Human intelligence has spread across this planet through colossal mega-projects. These monumental bridges stand as proof of extraordinary creativity in the face of the harshest, most unforgiving terrains. They challenge the very laws of physics with their unimaginable scale. Advancements in technology and science have made these complex grand structures more awe-inspiring than ever before. From ancient times to the present day, humanity has been crafting unreal places, architectural wonders that conquer the earth. Today, we continue our journey to explore these seemingly impossible marvels. Let us immerse ourselves in these locations so grand that you'll find it hard to believe they truly exist. Golden Gate Bridge, USA. This is an iconic Art Deco suspension bridge spanning the Golden Gate Strait. Connecting the city of San Francisco with Marin County in California, United States. The first impression of major bridges around the world is usually that they are grey or silver, but this one is sporting the international orange color. Under the brilliant sunlight, the bridge looks like a fiery ribbon against the deep blue of the bay. Even when fog blankets San Francisco's signature orange hue, it still stands out faintly. This is a brilliant color choice because it both protects the steel from sea salt and makes ships easily identifiable in the fog. Standing at the foot of the bridge at Fort Point, you can truly appreciate its immense size. It represents human resilience in the face of nature, built during the Great Depression and devastating earthquakes. Lake Pontchartrain, Causeway, USA. At an astonishing length of nearly 24 miles, it's the world's longest continuous bridge over water. If you drive at the 65 miles per hour speed limit, it takes about 22 to 30 minutes to get through, but it feels like an eternity. Midway across the bridge, when looking 360 degrees, all you see is calm, still water. Not a single piece of land in sight. The scenery here isn't the romantic kind like the Golden Gate Bridge or the Bosphorus Bridge. It's very monotonous, with endless straight roads, repetitive concrete pillars, brackish lake water, and often stormy Louisiana skies. But that very monotony creates a surreal feeling like I'm driving in the middle of the ocean, but it's not the ocean. This isn't a beautiful-to-look-at bridge for romantic tourism. It's a truly intense engineering and psychological experience. It's an extremely simple girder bridge system with thousands of closely spaced concrete pillars. The repetitive motion of the bridge's expansion joints creates a hypnotic effect. The The rhythmic screeching of tires on the expansion joints creates a distinct tempo, both relaxing and potentially sleep-inducing if you're not focused. Jiaozhou Bay Bridge, China. Also known as the Jiaozhou Bay Bridge in Qingdao, China, it truly is a masterpiece of engineering that will leave you in awe. First of all, the initial impression, when viewed from above, is that it stretches endlessly like a giant concrete structure lying across Jiaozhou Bay. The total length is approximately 26 kilometers, but if you include the connecting branches, it reaches over 41 to 42 kilometers. The bridge once held the Guinness World Record for the longest aqueduct in the world from 2011 to 2018. With 6 wide lanes and a design speed of 80 kilometers per hour, the bridge glides smoothly over the pre-stressed concrete surface. The bridge is surrounded entirely by seawater, with ships and boats passing beneath the spans of the maritime canal in the distance. On either side are more than 5,000 gigantic concrete pillars driven deep into the seabed, creating an extremely impressive forest of pillars. (1915) Çanakkale Bridge, Türkiye. Standing before this bridge, the first impression isn't how long it is, but rather an overwhelming sense of awe at its scale. This is not just a road connecting 2 sides of the continent, but a proud symbol of Turkey. This is the world's longest suspension bridge in terms of main span, surpassing even Japan's Akashi Kaikyō Bridge. The number 2023 is not accidental. It commemorates the 100th anniversary of the founding of the Republic of Turkey. Unlike many other drab steel bridges, the 1915 Çanakkale is clad in the red and white colors of the Turkish flag. As you drive through here, the giant cable cars intertwine against the blue sky, creating a truly spectacular sight. The name 1915 and the cannon barrel-shaped spire design commemorate the Gallipoli naval victory in World War I. Akashi Kaikyō Bridge, Japan. It's a masterpiece that always amazes me whenever I think about it or pass by. The bridge is nearly 4 kilometers long, with the longest central span in the world at the time of its construction. The 2 towers, 282.8 meters high, stand like 2 giants in the middle of the sea. The roads are wide with 6 lanes, But when you're driving along the main stretch, you'll see the vast ocean on both sides. It felt like I was floating between the sky and the water, not like I was driving on a road, but like I was flying. Sometimes I had to slow down, just to admire and appreciate its vastness. Interestingly, the bridge is designed to withstand strong earthquakes and windstorms of up to 290 kilometers per hour. It is not only the longest suspension bridge, but also a symbol of Japan's resilience and ingenuity. Huajiang Canyon Bridge, China. With an elevation of approximately 625 meters above river level, equivalent to a building with over 200 floors. The total length is nearly 2,900 meters, traversing the deep Huajiang Gorge, an area with extremely rugged karst terrain. Looking out into the distance, you will see the river below as just a winding green thread. The sheer cliffs of the surrounding canyon create a scene that is both majestic and somewhat frightening. At this altitude, wind resistance is a real challenge in unreal places. You'll feel the incredible sturdiness of the hammock structure, even as the wind whistles through the steel cables. Peak Walk by Tissot, Switzerland. Connecting the two mountain peaks of Viewpoint and Sex Rouge, it is 107 meters long and hangs suspended at an altitude of nearly 3,000 meters. After crossing the bridge, you'll reach the summit of Sex Rouge, where the panorama is breathtaking. With over 24 peaks exceeding 4,000 meters clearly visible on a clear day. The feeling of touching the clouds, breathing in the crisp air, and looking down at the eternal glaciers. Truly the epitome of awe. If you visit in winter, it's very cold, so you need to dress warmly and wear non-slip shoes. Summer is more comfortable. The cable car ticket includes free access to the bridge, but the price is quite high. If you enjoy a gentle thrill, then Peak Walk by Tissot is a must-try in Switzerland. Beipanjiang Bridge, China. At an astonishing height of 565 meters, this is not just a transportation structure, but a masterpiece of human engineering. As the car approaches the bridge, it appears like a delicate ribbon, draped between two sheer cliffs. Despite the incredible altitude and constant strong winds, you will feel absolute stability. This is a perfect 10 for the construction quality of Chinese engineers at unreal places. With its superior cable-stayed engineering, constructing a cable-stayed bridge in rugged limestone terrain was a geological nightmare. Before the bridge was built, traveling over the mountain pass took 4 to 5 hours. Now, it only takes about 1 hour. This is proof that infrastructure can change the fate of an entire economic region. Humber Bridge, England. It was the world's longest single-span suspension bridge when it opened in 1981. To this day, it remains in the top 10 to 15 longest single-span suspension bridges globally. Notably, this remains the world's longest single-span suspension bridge that can be crossed on foot or by bicycle for free. The bridge soars high, its concrete towers reaching 155 meters, with giant cables hanging suspended overlooking the vast Humber River. The current toll is approximately $1.81 to $2.01 per trip for passenger cars using Humber tag. Many locals complain the toll is a bit expensive relative to their income, but it saves a tremendous amount of time and gas. The bridge will improve connectivity in the Humberside area, boost the economy and tourism, and reduce emissions from detours. Millau Viaduct, France. This is not just a bridge, it is a soft ribbon of silk connecting two plateaus suspended above the Tarn River Valley. The most impressive experience is driving through here on a foggy, early morning. With the highest point of the pylon, reaching 343 meters, you'll truly feel like you're driving in the sky. Looking to either side, the valley disappears into the white clouds, leaving only the strands visible like giant guitar strings. Despite being a massive structure, weighing tens of thousands of tons of steel, it was designed by architect Norman Foster. With its perfect curvature, the bridge is not straight, but slightly curved with a radius of 20 kilometers. This not only gives drivers better visibility, but also creates a stunning visual effect. Sidu River Bridge. China, located in Badong County, Hubei Province, near Yesangguan Town, the bridge spans the deep valley of the Sidu River. When it opened in 2009, it officially became the world's tallest bridge, standing approximately 496 meters above the river. The bridge is a suspension bridge with a main span of 900 meters, a total length of 1,222 meters, and a width of 24.5 to 26 meters. Two H-shaped concrete towers, each 118 to 122 meters tall, support main cables capable of withstanding tens of millions of tons of force. Driving across the bridge feels like you're suspended between clouds with sheer cliffs on either side at almost 90 degrees. Many people say that if you jump from the bridge, your body will reach its maximum velocity before hitting the bottom. And only Sidu River Bridge possesses this exclusive feature due to its incredible height. Royal Gorge Bridge, USA. Located approximately 291 meters above the Arkansas River, below Unreal Places, is situated in the middle of the river. The emerald green river meanders between towering granite cliffs, creating a scene that is both magnificent and awe-inspiring. The most distinctive feature of the Royal Gorge is its wooden deck. Whenever a strong wind blows or people walk by, the creaking sound of the wood underfoot creates a very realistic feeling. You can feel the bridge vibrate slightly, and that's when your survival instinct kicks in, even though it's perfectly safe. Standing in the middle of the bridge, looking down into the deep abyss, you'll see the train running along the riverbank as just a thin thread. That's the moment you realize how small humanity is in the face of nature. Seven-Mile Bridge, USA. Approximately 6.79 miles long, but far from boring. The bridge curves slightly upwards in the middle to allow ships to pass through, giving you the feeling of flying over the ocean. On either side are turquoise waters, the Gulf of Mexico to the left, the Atlantic Ocean to the right, blue sky, white clouds. The watercolor constantly changes from light blue to dark blue, then to a stunning turquoise, especially in the early morning or at sunset. The old bridge built between 1909 and 1912 was then called the Eighth Wonder of the World because it was built over the open sea. After being destroyed by a storm in 1935, it was converted into a road and then replaced with a new bridge in 1982. Chesapeake Bay Bridge, USA. The most breathtaking part is the suspension bridge at its highest point, where you're about 56 meters above the water. The horizon stretches endlessly, but the railings on either side of the bridge are frighteningly low. With its steep inclines, some sections feel like you're driving up to the top of a roller coaster. Because the bridge is situated in an open area on a vast expanse of water, wind is an extremely daunting factor. On windy days, you can distinctly feel your car being pushed sideways. Interestingly, these are actually two parallel bridges built more than 20 years apart. What's even more concerning is that this bridge doesn't have an emergency lane. If your car breaks down in the middle of the bridge, it's a real nightmare because you'll be blocking the entire traffic artery. Confederation Bridge, Canada. It is 12.9 kilometers long, connecting two provinces. A round-trip car fare is approximately $36, and only the journey from Prince Edward Island to the mainland is subject to a fee. This means that if you live in PEI and commute daily to New Brunswick, welcome to a monthly bridge tax. Designed as a metaphor for patience, this bridge took 4 years to build, from 1993 to 1997. Using 62 cast-in-place concrete pillars, they had to wait for the tide to recede to work in rough seas, a precious few hours each day. It's not just a bridge, It's a symbol of Canadian perseverance. A multi-span, post-tensioned, concrete box girder bridge featuring a curved design as a safety feature to help drivers stay alert. The bridge is open 24/7 year-round, but may have closures or speed reductions during high wind events. This ecotourism center offers fantastic photo opportunities and hiking trails with views of the bridge. Øresund Bridge, Sweden. It is a combined road rail and tunnel system connecting Malmö, Sweden, and Copenhagen, Denmark. The bridge spans the Øresund Strait with a section nearly 8 kilometers long from the Swedish coast to the artificial island of Pieberholm. This is where it transitions into a tunnel for the remainder of the journey to Denmark. This bridge is a direct link between the major urban areas of Malmö in southern Sweden and the Danish capital Copenhagen. The entire 15.9-kilometer bridge consists of 3 sections: a 7.8-kilometer bridge section, the artificial island of Pieberholm, and a 4-kilometer underwater tunnel. It is also the 4-lane E20 European highway, creating an important connection between Scandinavia and the European mainland. Hangzhou Bay Bridge, China. It is a 36-kilometer-long sea-crossing highway bridge in Zhejiang Province, China. Inaugurated in May 2008, this bridge connects the cities of Jiaxing and Ningbo. With its S-shaped cable-stayed bridge design, it boasts a lifespan of 100 years. As you ride up the bridge, you'll see the coastline gradually disappear behind you, surrounded only by vast expanses of water. The bridge railings are painted in 7 different rainbow colors in sections, serving as distance markers for drivers. In the middle of the bridge is the Haitian-Yizhu service area, which is the main rest stop with a gas station, restaurants, and small hotels. The toll fee for a car is approximately $11.44, which is quite expensive if you're traveling alone. Furthermore, if you travel in bad weather, visibility is reduced. Sometimes you can only see water and bridges, not the shore. There aren't many convenient stopping points, so you need to plan your fuel and needs in advance. Mackinac Bridge, USA. Also known as the Mighty Mac, It is a massive suspension bridge in Michigan, United States. Connecting the upper and lower peninsulas of the state across the Mackinac Strait. Inaugurated on November 1st, 1957, this is one of the longest suspension bridges in the world. What impressed me most was the design of the two inner lanes. Instead of solid concrete, they used open steel mesh. As you drive past here, you can see right through the road down to the lake's surface more than 60 meters away. This design helps reduce wind pressure, a crucial factor given the extremely strong winds in this strait. Langkawi Sky Bridge, Malaysia. This is one of the most epic experiences I've ever had in Southeast Asia. No exaggeration. It sounds like just an ordinary suspension bridge, but when you actually stand on it, the feeling is completely different. The bridge is 125 meters long, gracefully curved and suspended by cables from a single 82-meter-high pylon. Walking on the bridge feels like floating in mid-air with its glass floor and steel mesh on either side. The biggest advantage is the stunning 360-degree view. You can see Langkawi Island, the Andaman Sea, the national park, and on clear days, you can even see as far as Thailand. If it's foggy or raining, the view will be obscured, only showing white clouds drifting by, creating a magical and eerie atmosphere. You should check the weather beforehand, ideally early morning or late afternoon. Titlis Cliff Walk, Switzerland. Built at an altitude of approximately 3,000 meters above sea level, it is believed to be the highest suspension bridge in Europe. It broke the record previously held by the Salbert Bridge, also located in Switzerland. If you're brave enough to let go of the bridge railing and look out into the distance, the reward will be a breathtaking natural landscape. Sometimes, clouds drift right beneath your feet, making you feel like you're walking in paradise. along with jagged snow-capped mountain peaks stretching to the horizon, reaching all the way to the Italian border on clear days. It is designed to withstand wind speeds of up to 200 kilometers per hour and tons of snow. A little tip for you: dress warmly and wear sunglasses to avoid glare from the snow. Walking across that 100-meter bridge will be one of the most memorable experiences of your life. Zhangjiajie Glass Bridge, China. First of all, I have to acknowledge its beauty. The bridge is 430 meters long and about 6 meters wide. Suspended about 300 meters above the bottom of the Grand Canyon, the view below was a lush green valley. Along with the challenge of courage, this bridge is what makes it famous and also causes many people to give up halfway. The first time I stepped up, my legs felt weak and my heart pounded as if it were about to jump out of my chest. Looking down through the transparent glass into the bottomless abyss, it felt like the floor was about to shatter at any moment. Tickets cost around $25.54 US dollars, but they sell out quickly, especially during peak season, so you should book online in advance. Opening hours are usually from 8 to 9 a.m. to 3 to 4 p.m. Arriving too late means tickets might be sold out or the park closes early. The Zhangjiajie Glass Bridge is not just a bridge, it's a psychological test plus an extreme dose of adrenaline. Russky Bridge, Russia. This is not just a transportation project. It is a proud marvel of steel and concrete in the land of the white birch. As you drive from the center of Vladivostok toward Russky Island, the first feeling that overwhelms you is one of insignificance. With its two main towers, reaching a height of 324 meters, it's comparable to the height of the Eiffel Tower. Standing at the foot of the bridge, you'll see the white, blue, and red suspension cables soaring high into the clouds. Driving across the Russky Bridge is a unique experience. It feels like you're gliding over the sea at a height of 70 meters. On either side is the deep blue sea, and the wind blows strongly. On sunny days, the water's surface sparkles, reflecting the steel's gleam, creating an incredibly cinematic scene. Despite its delicate appearance with thin cables, the Russky Bridge is a testament to Russia's superior engineering prowess. It is designed to withstand hurricane-force winds up to 36 meters per second and temperatures ranging from -40 degrees Celsius to +40 degrees Celsius. The fact that the cables are painted in the colors of the Russian flag is characteristic of the Far East region. Darjeeling Himalayan Railway, India. It was the first and remains the most prominent example of a mountain passenger railway. Its design employed bold and ingenious engineering solutions to address the problem of establishing an efficient railway line. Construction of the Nilgiri Mountain Railway, a 46-kilometer-long narrow-gauge monorail line in Tamil Nadu state. The Kalka-Shimla Railway, a 96-kilometer monorail line built in the mid-19th century to serve the highland town of Shimla. It is a symbol of the technical and material efforts to liberate the mountainous population through railways. Pikes Peak Cog Railway, USA, holding the title of the world's highest rack railway, unlike conventional railways which rely on friction between steel wheels and rails. This line uses a system of gears meshing with a cogwheel track in the middle to climb steep slopes that regular trains cannot handle. In the late 1880s, the only way to reach Pikes Peak was by riding a donkey for 2 grueling days through the unreal places. Zalman Simmons was the founder of the famous Simmons Bedding Company. After a grueling journey on donkey back to inspect the telegraph lines, he decided to invest in building this railway. Jungfrau Railway, Switzerland. A pioneering mountain railway in the Swiss Alps, connecting Kleiner Schiedegg with Jungfrau Joch. It is the highest railway station in Europe, situated at an altitude of 3,454 meters above sea level. Dubbed the pinnacle of Europe, this station operates year-round via a 7-kilometer-long tunnel inside the Eiger and Monch mountain ranges. From Interlaken Ost Station, take the Bernese Oberland Railway line to Lauterbrunnen or Grindelwald. You should book your tickets online in advance and reserve your seats beforehand, especially during peak season. Kandy to Ella, Sri Lanka. The railway line from Kandy to Ella takes approximately 7 hours, traversing the central highlands of Sri Lanka. Lush green tea plantations stretch to mist-shrouded mountain ranges. Every kilometer of this journey is a work of art. Few people know that this railway line was not originally built for tourism purposes. This system was built by the British colonialists in 1864 to transport coffee from the hills to the port of Colombo. The blue train carriages still run on those old tracks, retaining the nostalgic and romantic charm of the 19th century. Inland Railway, Sweden. Construction of the Inland Railway began in 1907 and runs through the heart of rural Sweden. Today, this railway line is 100 years old, with 1,300 kilometers of track running through dense forests and offering pristine landscapes. Railways remain a vital part of Sweden's infrastructure. Because nature provides abundant resources and rail transport is far more environmentally friendly than road transport. It is primarily used for transporting tourist passengers in the summer and cargo during the rest of the year. This journey offers a unique way to experience the Swedish wilderness and the Arctic Circle. Pacific Surfliner, USA. Spanning 565 kilometers from San Luis Obispo through Los Angeles to San Diego, the train connects iconic landmarks of the West Coast. The most impressive part of the Pacific Surfliner is the section passing through Ventura and San Clemente. The railway track runs so close to the sea that when you look out the second-floor window, it's like you're gliding across the water. Brilliant golden sunlight reflects off the Pacific Ocean, interspersed with surfers waiting to catch the white-capped waves. If you're traveling from north to south, choose a seat on the right side of the ship. That's your golden ticket to enjoy unobstructed panoramic ocean views for hours on end. Coast Starlight, USA. It is a long-distance passenger train operated by Amtrak on the west coast of the United States. Established in 1971, it was the first train to offer direct service between Seattle and Los Angeles. Its name is a combination of two earlier Southern Pacific trains, the Coast Daylight and the Starlight. Before Amtrak was established, no passenger trains ran along the entire West Coast. It ran through the San Joaquin Valley from Los Angeles to Portland from 1924 to 1949, with wagons continuing on to Seattle. Gornergrat Railway, Switzerland. Inaugurated in 1898, the Gornergrat is the highest open-air rack railway in Europe. What makes it different is its special gear system, which allows the train to climb to an altitude of 3,089 meters. This is a testament to the ingenuity and perseverance of the Swiss in conquering the harsh natural environment of unreal places. At the end of the 19th century, building a railway line to an altitude of over 3,000 meters was considered a crazy idea. Gornergrat is Switzerland's first fully electric railway. From the very beginning, the founders chose clean energy to protect the pristine environment of the Alps. Death Railway, Thailand. It became famous for its name because of the enormous number of deaths during its construction. Thousands of Allied prisoners of war and Asian workers died from malnutrition and mistreatment while building the railroad. Harsh working conditions and diseases have claimed the lives of around 90,000 workers, serving as a grim reminder of its tragic past. The Death Railway runs through Kanchanaburi Province, ending at Nam Tok Station. Starting in Ban Pong County, the railway stretches through the beautiful natural scenery of Kanchanaburi. Today, it is a significant historical site where visitors can learn about the experiences of those involved in building this railway. Cinque Terre Railway, Italy. It's not simply a means of transportation, it's the red thread connecting 5 vibrant fishing villages. If you sit by the train window, the experience will be an explosion of sensations. The train continuously passed through dark tunnels, only to suddenly open up to a breathtaking view of the Azure Sea. Villages with pastel-colored houses stacked on top of each other like Lego blocks, perched precariously on sheer limestone cliffs. Before the railway arrived in 1874, the only way to travel between villages was on foot, along treacherous trails, or by sea. Royal Scotsman, Scotland. The ship's itineraries include 2, 3, 4, 5, or 7-night voyages around the Scottish Highlands, visiting castles and historical sites. Once a year, the ship also undertakes a 7-night voyage around the entire United Kingdom. The first train consisted of Mark I sleeping cars and 3 classic dining and lounge cars. After the current train was commissioned in 1990, the classic cars continued to operate as the Queen of Scots charter train. Built in 1960 by Metropolitan Camel for the East Coast Main Railroad. This train includes 4 sleeping cars, 2 dining cars, an observation car, a staff car, and a power generator car. Harz narrow gauge, Germany. It is Germany's largest railway system, using steam locomotives for daily commercial operation. With a total length of approximately 140 kilometers, it traverses dense forests, steep valleys, and quaint towns. The most spectacular highlight is the Brockenbahn, a steam train, spewing white smoke as it slowly ascends the Brocken Peak. As the train winds around the mountainside, you'll see the scenery change from lush green pine forests to bare, snow-covered tree trunks. After the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989, people fought to restore the railway line to the mountaintop. Today, it has become a symbol of freedom and solidarity. Eastern and Oriental Express, Southeast Asia. A luxury sleeper train offering journeys across Southeast Asia. Specifically focusing on Malaysian domestic routes departing from and returning to Singapore from 2024 onwards. The cruise is operated by Bellman Limited, and all itineraries include private accommodation, all meals, and sightseeing. As of 2024, the traditional route to and from Bangkok is no longer operational. Instead, it is in Malaysia. This trip takes travelers through lush landscapes to destinations such as Taman Negara National Park in Pahang and Penang Island.